If your workouts suddenly feel heavier after going low carb, you're not imagining it. The most common reason is simple. Your body is temporarily short on fast fuel. High-intensity efforts rely heavily on stored carbohydrate called glycogen. When glycogen drops, the same pace can feel like you're pushing through wet cement. That doesn't mean low carb doesn't work. It means the fuel mix changed, and your training plan didn't change with it. The fix is not to panic cut calories harder, or force every session to be a grind. The fix is to match the right workout to the right fuel system. In this video, you'll learn what's happening inside your muscles, why some sessions suffer more than others, and how to adjust intensity, timing, and electrolytes. You can keep training consistently and still stay low carb. Moving to slide 2. Let's start with the key concept, glycogen. Glycogen is stored carbohydrate in your muscles and liver. It's the easiest way to make energy quickly, especially when you sprint, lift hard, or climb hills. When you go low carb, glycogen stores usually shrink. That can be fine for easy cardio because fat can cover most of that energy need. But for hard intervals, heavy sets, and fast tempo work, fat is too slow to deliver energy at the same rate. So your brain senses the mismatch and turns up the effort signal. You breathe harder at a lower speed. Your legs feel flat. Your power drops even if motivation is high. This is why the same workout can feel harder even if your fitness didn't change. You didn't get weaker overnight. You changed the fuel available for the specific intensity you're asking for. Moving to slide 3. A big source of confusion is that low carb can feel great for some workouts and terrible for others. That's because your body uses different gears. Easy zone 2 cardio is mostly aerobic, and it can run heavily on fat. Steady strength work with long rests can also be fine, because you're not demanding continuous high power. But anything that stacks intensity, short rest circuits, CrossFit-style metcons, track intervals, spin sprints, leans much more on carbohydrate. Carbs are the premium fuel for fast ATP production. When they're limited, you can still do the work, but you pay for it with higher perceived effort and slower recovery between bursts. The practical takeaway is simple. Don't judge your entire diet by your worst type of session. First, identify which sessions are carbohydrate dependent. Then adjust those sessions or strategically fuel them instead of assuming something is broken. Moving to slide 4. There's also a transition period that catches people off guard. When carbs drop, your body upregulates fat oxidation and changes how it handles lactate and glucose. That adaptation can take weeks, sometimes longer, depending on training history and how aggressive the carb cut is. During this window, you're in a weird middle zone. You don't have full glycogen, and you're not yet maximally efficient at using fat at higher outputs. That's when workouts feel disproportionately hard. You might also notice your warm-up takes longer. Your first few sets feel clunky. Then you settle in, but you never quite hit your usual top gear. The mistake is treating this like a character test. It's physiology. The best move is to temporarily reduce intensity density. Less all-out work, more quality reps, more recovery. You're buying time for adaptation without digging a fatigue hole. Moving to slide 5. Now let's talk about a sneaky factor, electrolytes. Low-carb eating often lowers insulin, and that makes your kidneys excrete more sodium and water. So you can lose fluid and salt without noticing. In training, that shows up as early fatigue, headaches, higher heart rate at the same pace, and sometimes cramps. People often interpret that as "I'm out of shape," but it can be simple mineral balance. Sodium is the big one, and potassium and magnesium matter too. This isn't about megadosing supplements. It's about being intentional with salt in food, and using electrolyte drinks when you sweat a lot. If you train in heat, do long sessions, or do 2-a-days, this becomes even more important. Before you overhaul your whole program, check this box. Better hydration and sodium alone can make low-carb workouts feel normal again. Moving to slide 6. Another reason workouts feel harder is that low-carb can accidentally become low-calorie. Carbs are easy to eat in bulk. When you remove them, your meals may shrink without you noticing. That's fine if fat loss is your goal, but performance usually needs enough total energy. If you're underfueled, your body protects you by reducing output. The signs are pretty consistent. You feel unusually sore, your sleep gets lighter, your mood is flat, and your performance declines across multiple sessions, not just one. The fix is not automatically eat more carbs. The fix is first to ensure you're eating enough protein and enough total calories. Then place the rest of your energy where it helps training most, often around the workout window. Low carb can coexist with hard training, but chronic undereating rarely does. Moving to slide 7. So how do you adjust training without giving up your diet? Start by changing the type of intensity you emphasize. If you're low carb and you want to keep progressing, prioritize aerobic-based work and strength with generous rest. That means more steady cardio, more technique-focused lifting, and fewer sessions that demand repeated near-max bursts. For conditioning, use longer intervals at moderate effort instead of short, brutal sprints. For lifting, keep the weight challenging, but avoid turning every set into a breathless circuit. You're not lowering standards. You're choosing a training style that matches your current fuel availability. Many people find they can still train hard, just hard in a different way. And once adaptation improves, you can reintroduce higher intensity work in smaller doses. Think of this as periodization. Your diet is one variable, and your training should respond to it. Moving to slide 8. Next, use a simple tool, RPE, or rate of perceived exertion. On low carb, heart rate and breathing can drift higher, especially if electrolytes are off. So instead of chasing your old pace, anchor sessions to effort. For easy days, keep it truly easy, an effort where you could speak in full sentences. For moderate days, aim for controlled discomfort, not survival mode. For hard days, limit the number of high-intensity repeats and stop while your form is still sharp. This protects your nervous system and reduces the recovery cost that low carb sometimes amplifies. If you track metrics, look for trends over weeks, not single workouts. The goal is consistency. When you keep stacking decent sessions, your body adapts and performance returns. RPE is how you train the right system without letting ego set the intensity. Moving to slide 9. If you want a targeted performance boost while staying low carb overall, consider carb timing. This is often called targeted low carb or carbs around training. The idea is not a high carb day. It's a small strategic dose before or after the sessions that need it most. Think intervals, long runs, heavy leg days, or competitions. For some people, even 20 to 40 grams of easily digested carbs before training can noticeably improve power and mood. Others prefer carbs after training to restore glycogen for the next day. The best approach depends on your goals and how strict your low-carb plan is. If fat loss is the priority, keep the dose minimal and earned by training demand. If performance is the priority, you may need a bit more. Either way, you're using carbs like a tool. Moving to slide 10. Protein matters here more than most people think. When carbs are lower, protein helps preserve lean mass and supports recovery. But there's a sweet spot. Too little protein, and you recover poorly. Too much protein, especially very low fat and very low carb, can leave you feeling oddly drained because total energy is still low. For most active people, spreading protein across the day works better than cramming it into one meal. Also, pay attention to pre-training digestion. A huge protein-heavy meal right before intervals can feel like a brick, so keep pre-workout meals simple and familiar. Then use your post-workout meal to hit protein and add whatever carbs you've decided to include. The goal is stable recovery, stable appetite, and stable training. Low-carb success is rarely about willpower. It's about building a routine your body can repeat. Moving to slide 11. Recovery is the multiplier that decides whether low-carb training feels sustainable. When glycogen is lower, some people notice they need slightly more recovery between hard sessions. Sleep becomes non-negotiable. If sleep quality drops, performance drops fast. Also, watch stress outside the gym. Low carb plus high life stress plus high training intensity is a common recipe for feeling wrecked. Build in at least one true easy day each week. Use warm-ups that ramp gradually, because your body may need more time to access fat fuel efficiently. And don't ignore soreness that lingers longer than usual. That's feedback. The adjustment might be as simple as reducing hard days from 3 to 2, or adding more rest between sets. The goal is to keep training frequency high while keeping intensity intelligently placed. That's how you maintain momentum without burning out. Moving to slide 12. Let's make this practical with a simple adjustment plan. First, classify your workouts into 3 buckets: easy, moderate, and high intensity. Keep easy sessions frequent because they build aerobic capacity and are low-carb friendly. Keep moderate sessions purposeful, like tempo runs or steady circuits with plenty of rest. Then cap high-intensity sessions to 1 or 2 per week until performance stabilizes. Second, decide your fueling strategy: strict low-carb, targeted carbs around hard sessions, or periodic higher carb days. Third, lock in electrolytes and hydration, especially sodium. Finally, review results every 2 weeks using just a few markers: how hard sessions feel, how you sleep, and whether you're recovering on schedule. If those improve, you're on track. If they don't, adjust one variable at a time. Moving to slide 13. To wrap it up, low-carb workouts feel harder for predictable reasons. You have less glycogen for high-intensity output. You may be in a transition phase where fat adaptation isn't fully online. You may also be low on sodium, fluids, or total calories without realizing it. The solution is not forcing every session at your old pace. The solution is matching training intensity to your current fuel system, then using smart levers: electrolytes, adequate calories, protein, recovery, and optional targeted carbs for the sessions that truly need them. If you want one quick starting point, fix hydration and sodium first, then adjust intensity density for 2 weeks, and only then experiment with carb timing. If this helped, subscribe for more evidence-informed training and nutrition explanations, and comment with your experience. Do low-carb workouts hit you harder in cardio or in lifting, A or B? This information is not a substitute for medical advice. Ketosis is a tool. Metabolic flexibility is the goal.